All set? Just give you a countdown? Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Gunstar Superheroes. It's a GBA sequel to the much more popular Gunstar Heroes for Genesis. This game has a couple of differences. The first thing you'll notice is that I'm not going to be picking up weapons like the other one has. In this game you have 3 preset weapons. And those are in the top part, those 3 little orbs. I'm going to start out with the fire weapon just because it does the most DPS. It's going to change later just based on invincibility frames, but for now this is the best thing to use. For my movement, I'm doing a lot of sliding and then canceling that with an uppercut and then canceling that with a dive kick and then canceling that with a slide and repeat. And that's just slightly faster than just sliding normally, but those little bits add up over time. And you'll notice I've actually been attacking stuff instead of just going through all the levels completely without attacking anything. And that's to build a bar. There's the bar on the top, and when it's flashing, that means I have a super attack. So I'm going to use that to great effect on this boss right here. This boss has 3 hitboxes, his head and his 2 hands. And I'm going to try to get it so I never kill 2 of his hands at the same time, but I'm always killing 1. And that'll cause him to do this little shake attack with his hands, which means he doesn't attack me back, and that's just a really quick way of getting through him.
Nice.
If you kill both his hands, he goes into a different phase where he goes into the background and you can't damage him, which is obviously bad. Do a quick little jump there to get into the tractor beam faster. I should probably save.
Nah.
Saving's really slow in this game for whatever reason, but obviously this is a marathon run. This section runs in waves, so it doesn't really matter that I kill everything as fast as I can. There's just the end set of enemies at each wave that I need to kill fast. So in this case, it's these ones right here.
What enemies?
Yeah, what enemies? The planes are always on their own wave. These guys come with a set of 3 of these lines, so it doesn't matter that I didn't kill those guys fast or these guys fast. It's just these guys up here. Oh, nice. That guy got away from me.
Dang.
Do a little spin here for the style.
And I'm guessing you can't move when you're on top of the...
No, yeah. The movement in this is when it's spinning. That's moving left and right.
Oh, okay.
But you'll notice I switched to the plasma weapon, and that's the reason I run with red. The plasma is really broken in this game. Not necessarily because it does more damage than the weapon that the blue character uses, but because it builds up its own meter as you use it, because it attacks in bursts as opposed to continuously, which means you can basically just spam it on bosses. Anything with invincibility frames, this is by far the best way to fight them. Which is why I switched to it. Anything that doesn't have invincibility frames is often really good to use fire, although sometimes you don't just because it's better to build meter. Alright, we're going to pick up some chicks here. This section's actually really hard because the ground spins, which means sometimes you just fall off.
And sometimes you just don't randomly collect, or you just randomly don't collect them either.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of guys hiding in the walls that I have to avoid, but that went really well, which is good, because it can really not go well. If you get hit once, you lose all the chicks. Good pyramid climb. I'm trying to time my jumps here, but... Oh, he's gone.
Nice.
That was a mini-boss. I actually was stacking damage from my gun attack and my melee attacks there, which is a bit broken. I'm going to switch back to fire here just for a little bit. Just because I'm going to have time to build meter back with my combos. Okay, get up. Thank you. So right here, I'm just going to wait for that to run out. Since I can stack the damage, it's really good. She's gone. Next is going to be the minecart stage. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Is it? I don't know. I don't play this game. Yeah, I'm just
Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, it's really slow. Oh, this is a shmup stage. Okay. So this is actually really hard because everything does a lot of hit stun to you, and your hitbox is really, really big, as opposed to most shmups where it's just a small part of your, like, your sprite. This time it's like my whole sprite, basically. Okay, you can get stuck there and you basically just die. So that's the main thing I'm worried about. The rest of this should be pretty smooth sailing, respectively. So this boss, I have no idea how anyone can beat it casually in hard mode. It's just too many beams coming at you. But if you go up and you just spam the bomb attack, he can't actually stop you from doing your bomb attack. He can only stop you from doing your beam attack, not this one. So you just mash and you run into him. I have 82 health left, which is really good. Normally I end up with about 40. If it's bad, I end up with like 15. Which means it doesn't really matter. I'll just save a little bit of time not picking up health here. This is another really good use for fire in this section here. When I get to the top, there's going to be these 3 pillars, and like it's just barely big enough that I can attack 2 of them at the same time. Early cycle.
No.
I've never hit that. It is possible, though. So these guys right here, I can just barely hit 2 of them. Oh, nice. Good jump. This is the only use for the sword weapon in this game, is you can use it to cancel the slash, which I use on those guys a little bit. This is Orange, and he's living a bit of an existential crisis, because if you listen to his voice acting, he says he's going to take me down with a single blow of his fist. But if things go according to plan, he won't get that many. Hopefully this is left side. I have no idea. Yeah,
Nice.
sorry. No single blow of the fist for you, my friend.
One Punch Man, he is not.
Yeah. Well, maybe he is. He just didn't get the chance.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Okay, now I'm in the Force Canyon stage. This stage is a lot like the other auto-scroller where it's just like clear waves. Each wave ends up with these 2 big guys and the vitality drops. And they're all preset patterns. You will get some variance on the timings. Like there was, when I was running this in a SGEQ, I had all 4 enemies spawn at once at one point, and it was super weird. Or all 6 enemies, rather. And I still have never had that happen ever again. So I guess that's just GDQ luck. These guys are getting their shot. One other thing that's really nice about this game as opposed to the original is in the original they only give you 2 options for a set pattern and a free pattern for shooting. So basically you can either run around while shooting or you can only shoot in place. But this one they just put them on different buttons. So you can free attack, you can set attack, or you can strafe with a set motion, which gives you a lot of variety on how you can move around and attack in this game, which is really nice.
Yeah. I love it when games give you options for movement.
Bye. So now it's time for the fabled 7 Force, the very popular boss. The main thing that I want in this boss is I want him to do all his horizontal patterns first before he does all his vertical patterns, otherwise I lose time in transitions. So a lot of this is just really positioning based so that you can do damage while not getting hit. Oh, there goes the first vertical transition, so I already lost some time. And I got hit there, which can happen if you're slower. This is a lot harder if you're not using the plasma super weapon, by the way. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he's going to switch back again, which is too bad. He still has to do the arrow. Oh, that was so slow a transition.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight, other than he just gave me a bit of a bad pattern going vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal.
Are there odds pretty decent that you'll get like a good pattern?
It's bad. It's not good. I'm going to pick up some extra health at the start of this stage, just because bad things can happen. This is another good use for fire. This guy will restart his attack each time you do a certain amount of damage to him, so if you do enough damage, he'll just never actually get to the point where he attacks you, because the thing spins in a circle. You skip a small boss fight by going on those planes. I also despawn these turrets. Don't worry about it. Alright, time for the dice game. Luckily, this is timing based, not luck based like the first game.
Oh.
Not great. Small detour. I meant to get the 4 spare there, but, you know. I'll go there now. I got good RNG there, but I wasn't ready for it, so I'll just do the easy strategy. If you just run in this corner and sword, he'll just come for you every time.
Nice.
Don't blink. This boss is going to be pretty quick. Yeah, I was just stacking damage between the fire and the melee attack there, and it's a ridiculous amount of DPS. Alright. Please destroy the blocks, thank you.
Nice. Sometimes those blocks just don't get destroyed.
Yeah, it's kind of a timing thing and kind of a position thing, just based on how the fire weapon blows up. Goodbye.
Bison's back.
Yeah, Bison's back. Okay, good.
Nice.
I didn't get any bad rolls except for that first one, which isn't that bad. You can get much worse rolls, I'll say that. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, just to get through those legs at the start of the fight. If you take too much damage, you have to wait, which is obviously bad. Can I make it? Okay, I can.
Nice.
I wasn't sure I could make that. Now I'm ready for this cycle. Okay, that was good. That was good. Normally he comes around for the second time. That was pretty quick. And I have plenty of health, so I don't have to worry about his pot shots as much. This guy will give you pot shots. Fun little thing we can do is we can just take him with us. He falls off, which is too bad. I really think they should have programmed in him getting taken there. I think that would have been a lot of fun. Please make more games, Treasure.
Yes, Treasure, we miss you. We need more than just Ikaruga ports.
Yeah. Although we are appreciative of those as well. So this is a section that can go really bad. These things can combo you for like all of your health. So it's best to just be careful and dive kick above them. In an easy run, you would slide through them because they don't fire as rapidly. Okay, this is one of the worst bosses in the run. He can just like not take damage if he chooses to. Oh, I'm on the wrong weapon. LOL. Okay, good. That can go really bad because he has a lot of invulnerability frames on a lot of his attacks. That can just absolutely waste so much time. But I got a pretty good fire damage off on him. So a fun note about balance in this game. There's certain stuff that does 60% damage to you, and then there's stages like this where nothing does any damage to you, so you just tank literally anything in the stage. Oh. So I just sort of have fun running and everything in the section. The only thing you have to worry about is the bosses at the end. So yeah, they had 2 shmup sections, and one of them's the easiest thing ever, and the other one's literally impossible. Just get nice and comfy in the barrel of this gun.
Oh yeah, real tough fight.
Yeah, right. The hardest part of this second boss fight in this section is actually lining yourself up. You rotate with left and right, and oh, this looks pretty good. No, that's too vertical. But lining up horizontal is like impossible.
Yeah, look at that. Just
I can't do it.
Constantly missing it.
Oh, that looks fine. That should be good. So I'm sad that this game doesn't have any useful glitches, but what I can do is clip through some of these walls here, so I'll show that off for you guys. So clip through this wall, clip through this wall, clip through this wall.
Look at him go.
Yeah, it just forces you into a box, so if you just stay in that corner of the box, it eventually will push you through. So unfortunately, I can't just get comfy in the turret during this fight. You just wait for the sparks, and then you just barely inch above them, and then go back down, so you can keep double shots on them for as long as possible. That was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like the yellow thing, the yellow shot just barely went off screen, which means that was really fast. Now we have another Mode 7 vomit section. They really liked using their Mode 7 in this game. And unlike the other one, this one doesn't really have a great way to speed it up a whole bunch. Not that we really sped up the other one that much anyways. It was just a little bit at a time. But so this one I just sort of
blow stuff up.
Yeah, I build up my meters and blow stuff up. Like this, you might think if you destroyed this, oh, you get to the next wave faster, but it just waits.
Some parts in this segment kind of remind me of a Sega game. I think it's called like Galaxy Force or something. That was like an arcade title.
Mm.
And just like the way that everything's like kind of paper 2D, but stacks on top of each other.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh, it's so blurry. This looks pretty decent on GBA, though, to be fair to them.
Yeah.
If you can see the GBA screen in the first place, that is. In which case, congratulations, because I can't. Just party out here. Okay, there's one important thing to destroy. So I'm going to get 2 mechs, and then I'm going to get 1 mech. That 1 mech I want to destroy as fast as possible. Not these 2. Or these 3 don't matter as much. But this next one that's going to come up will trigger the end of the stage. Okay. Okay, so now we have the boss rush in the last stage.
And just like the first game, the enemies are watching you on a TV screen.
Yeah, it's a really cute touch.
I love the effect on these wings.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, I got a good pattern. That guy flew up there, which means he wasn't blocking all those shots. Sometimes he'll just block everything. And you only have to kill her. The other 2 will die off. You can kill them first, which in a casual run might be kind of important. But since I have Plasma Vomit, I can just do that. Poor guy never got a shot. Sorry. Okay, this is actually one of the more interesting sections of the run. So he's going to pop out of any of these 3 holes, and there's rules that he follows. He'll never pop out of the same hole twice, and he'll never pop out of one of the holes that one of the giant lasers is coming through towards the end. So it's just a matter of trying to find him while working my way around these so that I don't spend any time wasting, because sometimes you'll get stuck. going the wrong way like this, and then you have to go all the way around to get back to him. Luckily, I was fast there, so. And if you get to the top, you take a lot of damage. It's really not good. These are the big beams, so he'll never spawn on top of one of those. And I don't want him to spawn on the other side, otherwise I'll have to just strafe gun him, which is really slow. So the best case scenario is that it spawns on the space that he was in previously, like this. Because then he'll always be in the spot you want. Oh. Okay. So next we have the next green fight. This is by far the biggest RNG element of the run. He has a bunch of transformations he can do. Some are really slow. Some have no invincibility frames at all, and he'll just burn. He'll just melt. So I want Running Man and I want Wheel. Wheel is good. He just took like 400 damage there. Running Man is also very good. He took like 200 damage there.
Nice.
And this is really bad.
Not nice.
Yeah.
The X-kicking Puma.
This one's okay. Okay, he's gone. So next we just have Gold and Silver, and his fight's pretty simple. You basically only want to take damage from the green because the green attack only does like 1 damage. So I just space everything out so that I'm always hitting him and I only get hit by green. And occasionally blue. Blue also doesn't do much damage. You just don't want to get hit by any of the red ones. Time is coming up, by the way, when his health hits 0. I don't even bother not trying to get hit here because it's futile. And time.
GG.
I want to see what the final game time is. Because we use both real-time and in-game time. They're usually pretty similar. Well, we usually look at both, and we have both listed on the leaderboards. Luckily, I can fast-forward through this. (2015).
Nice.
That's really good.
Congratulations.
Anyways, I just want to thank SMAZ for hosting this marathon. It was really good for a lot of us to be able to come. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that was time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was time a while ago. Yeah, there's totally more.
No.
Well, yeah, we gotta do the other one in less than like 10 minutes.
Blue guy's story only takes like 5 minutes.
No, Blue Guy's story is the same.
Skip to the end cutscene.
Alright guys, I'll be back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. First run of the day is at 11 a.m. There's Trash One Burger the real Trash One, right?
Hey everyone, so we're going to be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Use exclamation point schedule to see what time it is in your local time zone. Thank you all so much for the support that we've got the first day of SMAZ. It's been amazing. Almost raising $300. It's super nice. Thank you all. This is our first time hosting an event like this, so sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning, but it's sure to go better tomorrow. So see y'all tomorrow.